Hey guys, so kind of just wanted to get your advice on some things, really. Like, I've been thinking about the channel, thinking about things recently, and yeah, I was just wondering really where I wanted to go with this channel and where you wanted it to go. I mean, to be largely fair, like where I wanted it to go matters just as much as where you want it to go, because if I didn't want it to go somewhere and you didn't want to go there, then it's kind of pointless. So I kind of want to get your opinions, as well as like give you some of my own, what I've been thinking about, and then see what you think. I mean, that seems like the best way forward for a YouTube channel to me, because the YouTube channel really relies off its fan base, and that's you guys. So, yeah. Now, I've been thinking about a lot of different things. So, like, I'm thinking about like the fact that I'm doing a lot of series at the moment. I used to do, you know, more one-offy type stuff or series over a long period of time, and I've been doing a lot more regular series. Now, people seem to really like that, but I also think that there are a few people who are like, you know, maybe the one-off things are okay. I've been doing less reviews, but I've been trying to get the odd sort of review or preview in, and that's something I kind of would like to do a little bit more of, because I like to be able to, you know, find these hidden gems early or whatever and be like, yeah, this is cool, we should keep an eye on this. I mean, another thing I literally did off like a, you know, maybe this would be okay to do at some point. I did the IRL news, and people seem to love that. So that's something that I could, you know, I could make more important. I could amp it up. I don't know, I'd do it in more depth or something. I could do it more regularly, but then again, it's mainly done really when there is news at the moment. So I don't know. Like, what do you guys really want out of this? Do you want more stuff? Do you want more series? Do you want more individual stuff? Do you want less series? Do you want more educational things? Do you want more reviews? Do you want more game critiques? Do you want me to actually like look at a game and go, this is why this game is bad, this is why this game is good? I mean, particularly when I do that, I come from a UI standpoint to it, so I'll be like, this is why this UI is bad, this needs to be changed. Stuff like that. I mean, would you be interested in that? And another one is like educational content, right? Like if I talk about educational content in the game, or just even just educational stuff in general. Like maybe a few of you who've seen my second channel, EnterElysium, which to be fair doesn't have that many subscribers, partly because I very rarely do stuff for it. But a large part of it's because like there are so many few people subscribed to it that I feel like it's not that important, because at the moment I'm kind of surviving off the ad model, like all the adverts on the main channel. And doing anything for the second channel, like it's a large investment of time, and it basically gets me zero money. I mean, and it feels like it's something I really want to do, but it's such a large investment of time. It's basically me stopping work for like a day and a half to earn pretty much nothing. So should I fold that channel into this channel? Should I do, you know, 90% gaming content and then have, or 95% gaming content, and then occasionally these little educational things? Would you like that? Would you think that would work? Do you think that needs to be a second channel? Or do you think, you know, I can have a playlist on this channel? I mean, would some of you who don't watch that, would you be like, no, I would never want, I don't even want to see that. I don't even want to be anywhere near that. Would you like hate it to be on this channel? Like, that's something that I'm sort of thinking about, because that one in particular, like, I really want to do that, but at the moment, like, there is no point in me doing it, and actually doing it would take away from the time I have on my main channel to do something which basically gets me nothing. So it'd basically be me paying to do that, which I can't afford to. Like, just money. Money. Yeah, it comes down to money at the end of the day for a lot of this. And that's another thing I've been thinking about. I'm thinking about like doing a Patreon. Now, there are a number of issues with Patreon, and I'm not often a massive fan of Patreon for high volume channels like I currently am, because like the main thing I've seen great about Patreon, right, is it allows people with small projects but with high, you know, budgets, like, you know, Corridor Digital or whatever, to be able to do like these really cool things that need a lot of money. But at the same time, small volume, like high volume channels with, you know, low production costs like me still rely on the ad revenue model, which is kind of derpy. I mean, it goes up and it goes down. Partly, you know, you have to rely on these brand deals occasionally if you can get them, which are like gold dust, but they're really, really good. But at the same time, it's a little bit like, I mean, I've done one brand deal and I've had people on several other videos going, is this paid for? And I'm like, no. I mean, I don't think that's because of me. I think that's because YouTubers at large are getting a bit iffy about people disclosing brand deals. I mean, if I disclose a brand deal, I will thoroughly and utterly disclose it in everything to do with the ASA's regulations and all that. Don't worry. But I'm still a bit iffy about the whole thing. So I've been thinking maybe I should do a Patreon. Now, it would be completely and utterly like, you know, like you can choose. There would be nothing held back from people who aren't subscribed via Patreon. It's just like I have my opinion on my Twitch thing. Like if you're subscribed to my Twitch, then, you know, cool, thank you. It's very much like a way to support the channel, not anything like you're not buying anything, you're not necessary, you don't need to do this, it's just a way of supporting. And that's what I'm kind of thinking about, maybe running a Patreon for the YouTube, just like I would do the subscription thing for the Twitch. I mean, would you guys be, would you like that? Because I know I've had a couple of people come up to me and go, oh, do you take donations or whatever? And I'm like, well, I do a donation link, but I'm not a massive fan of donations. Would you like that? Would you want that? Would you actively be like, yeah? Would you be like, I don't really mind? Or would you be like, yeah, no, I really don't like it. It's like selling out. I mean, to a certain extent, I can perfectly, I empathise with the last category, because I used to be kind of a bit very meh about Patreon. Now I'm like, it's an economic reality. Ad revenue is derpy and all over the place. I mean, eventually, with ad revenue, if I manage to get enough from a Patreon, I could, in theory, possibly even turn it off. And I'm not going to make any promises on that one, because, ad revenue changes, Patreon numbers change, but it's definitely something that, would be nice. I'm not going to make any promises, because I might end up breaking them if, I made a promise that I didn't, have all my maths done correctly. And of course, then underlying assumptions change, and you can throw it out the window, and then I end up breaking a promise. And that's something I really don't do to you guys. I want to be able to, not make promises I end up breaking for whatever reason. And I want to be able to get your opinion and work. I want to be perfectly candid about everything I do on the channel. I want to be as transparent as possible. It seemed like a good idea to me. Also, I have some crazy light and dark shadows going on because I've only got one light. Yeah, I should have been not so lazy and actually put up 2 lights. I don't know. Maybe I look more like evil. Like evil me, good me. Get your opinion on that one too. So yeah. So what do you really want from my channel? I mean, do you want more series? Do you want less series? I mean, to a certain extent, I'm actually limited by the amount of time I have, which, is kind of a limiting factor. My rendering time, and most importantly these days I actually find is my upload speed. I'm actually having trouble uploading things at the moment. I mean, it's kind of weird, but, British internet, so... Then again, I don't have Comcast, so I guess I'm better than a lot of Americans. But yeah, what do you guys want? What are your opinions about the Patreon thing? What are your opinions about, do you want more, series, more, one-offs? What do you want for the one-offs? I mean, one thing I've found is I'm doing less edited content, because editing takes time, right? And the more I have to edit a video, that's a lot more time. Even just going in and actually starting to chop things up means I actually have to look through the video. And if I have to look for a 20-minute video, that means 20 minutes, right? Minimum. And it kind of adds up. So edited content does really drain my time, but I actually do like doing the odd bit of edited content. I really do enjoy doing small edited things. You may have seen my 25 update recently. That's a really heavily edited piece. That's a lot of different shots, all very much timed to a piece of music. And that took quite a while to do. I enjoyed it to a certain extent, yeah. It got a little bit repetitive trying to find ways to blow up the Space Center without mods, which I'm not used to. But, I'd like to do maybe a couple bit more, edited things. But that's something that I can't do under the current, economic realities of the ad revenue model. Because, it relies on getting 100,000 views. And while I have got a few videos, yeah, that have got 100,000 views, I can't at all guarantee that every video I will get 100,000 views, because 10,000 views isn't much. It's worth basically nothing. Okay? 10,000 views is very little. And really, to actually survive, you need to be able to, regularly get a few tens of thousand views. And I know a lot of you like some of my edited content and stuff, and I'd like to be able to do more of it, but I can't actually do it regularly because it takes up so much time, and it's not economically worth it, which is a bollocks term. I hate using that term. I really dislike having to be oh, economically, the adverts don't pay for it, so I can't do it. Because I know a lot of you want me to do it, and I know that I kind of, I enjoy doing it to a certain extent. But it's an economic reality that I can't do it under the ad revenue model. But under Patreon, I might be able to. Which is kind of annoying, because at the moment we've got a very nice system where some big company will pay me, in effect, because they're paying for the adverts, to make videos for you guys. So you literally, all you have to do is watch a crappy advert. That said, adverts do vary in quality and length and blurg. Yeah, what do you guys think? Legit, I'm actually asking, because I want your opinions. Now, don't write me a 3,000-word essay, because if everyone does that, I won't have time to read through all of yours. Again, time constraints. But, give me, a nice, concise... Maybe I'll even put a poll in a thing, what's it called? Where we ask opinions and click things, and one of those things where I get your opinions and buttons and it's 3 a.m. Shh, I'm allowed to have poor English. Yeah, maybe I can just like put a poll thing for your opinions in the description. Maybe. Yeah, but also add comments and stuff, and I'll read all them because I read all my comments anyway. I should probably make that more obvious. But yeah. So yeah, please, like, let me know, give me feedback and stuff. I've already asked this over Twitter and I've got some really good feedback, but I'm aware that, you know, people who follow me on Twitter and respond immediately are like my hardcore fans. And while I love those guys to bits, don't get me wrong, the hardcore fans are amazing. But I also want to get your opinions. You who do not follow me on Twitter, you strange people, you should all follow me on Twitter. It's an amazing creation. But yeah, what do you guys think? Every one of you. And you hiding at the back, I know you're there. Do you want more Iron News? Do you want more series? Do you want more regular? Do you want more individuals? Do you want more critiques? Do you want more educational content? Do you want the educational content on EnterElysium folded into EnterElysium? Like, legit, I want every one of my subscribers to this video and give me opinions and feedback, because I have to make the decisions fairly soon. Like, I'd like to be able to switch over, if I'm going to do a Patreon properly, to doing it soon, because it makes sense. If I'm going to switch over to doing different series or more individuals, I want to do that soon as well. So yeah. I'm open to your ideas. And stay shiny.